Wangdo is for 2 to 4 players for ages 8 and up and plays in about 30 minutes. A long time ago, before the age of humans, there were 4 bear clans who helped the king reign over Northeast Asia. The clans send their princes to the world to acquire all the qualifications needed to be the next king. A new journey is about to begin. Who will next sit on the throne? The objective. Once a player has completed his board, he is declared the winner. In order to do so, collect tokens from this board and place them onto this board. Once this board is completely filled up, you win. Now we are using a 2-player side today. Mind you, there is a side for 3 and up. Since this is a 2-player game, do not use this centerpiece here when putting the board together. What you'll be doing is blindly taking these knowledge tokens and placing them on the board. Keeping in mind that for 2 to 3 players, you are not using 8 of the tiles. Next, you're going to be placing these bear stales onto the altars to the right, matching their color. Draw 4 steals at random and place them on the bear tokens, replacing the token. Shuffle the 16 stale cards, which go next to the board, and each player gets 3 steals at random. Now we're ready to play. To begin, you either get new steals or you acquire knowledge through tokens. So let's start with getting new steals. So when you're collecting steals, there's 2 ways to do so, either collecting them from the temple or randomly grabbing them from the bag. If you grab from the temple, you're only allowed to take 2 of one single color. With the bag, you can grab 3 at random. Also, if you have 10 already, adding more will have to remove some. Next, you can acquire tokens for knowledge. In order to do so, you can grab a token that is adjacent to a steal. When you grab a token, you have to replace it with one of your steals, keeping in mind that the adjacent steal cannot match the same color of the steal you are playing. So let's say we grab this token here. I'll place a steal of a different color from the adjacent steal, and I'll put this on my board. Followed by this, you have to pay the price of placing a steal. Now, since we placed adjacent to a brown steal, we have to take our brown steal and put it in the altar. Now let's just say in this example I placed here as earlier, but we were adjacent to 2 steals. I would take both colored steals of my adjacent bears and place them in the altar. Let's just say for a different example you placed, and when you were paying for that placement, you placed on the last bit of that altar. Well, all the bears in this altar go in the bag. That same player gets to choose a bear from any of the other altars to put into his reserve. All this can be noticed by here. See this symbol here? Grab a bear when this fills up. Back to this example, when we did grab this knowledge token, we had to place it on our board. You can't grab more than your board allows of each token. So for this 2-player example, we can't grab more than 3 of these vases. Once it's completely full, this will remind you to grab one of these cards. These cards can be used as abilities. So let's go over steal cards. There's 2 types of cards for this. There's ones that allow you an additional action, as noted here, and then there's some that are played like regular actions but change the rules a bit. You may own up to 4 cards by completing each one of these. You may not play a card on the same turn you got it, and when you play a card, discard it. So let's go through a couple rounds here, following from when we did this example. So now it's my turn. So on my turn, I grabbed 3 bears at random. So now you guys get to go. Keep in mind, you have 1 bear in your reserve, 1 bear that you placed, and then 1 bear that you had to put in a temple because of the adjacency payment. So you're going to grab 3 at random as well. Or you could have grabbed 2 from a temple, but 3 will get you something to work with. Now it's my turn. As you see, I have a nice collection of bears here, still not 10 yet, so I can continue to grab some. Instead, I'm going to take this token here, placing my bear here and paying the price of white and brown. Now it's your turn. You're going to collect here by placing a brown bear here, because you can't place the same color bear, and then paying the price. Now, just in case you're wondering, these tokens here, the symbols that you see on the cards, what do those mean? Well, let's say the game ends. Somebody has completed their entire board. Everybody gets one last turn to fulfill their board. And let's say 2 people do, or 2 or more. The player with the most of these symbols, either on their board or through cards that they've collected, will win. Noting too, some cards also keep 2 tokens instead of 1.
This is a quick little filler with straightforward gameplay. The overall theme is nice to look at with incredible squishy bear tokens. The area control concept is incorporated well with the use of colors and the knowledge tokens. I think the simplicity of this experience makes it better for families and new gamers. Now if you want an area control game with a little more depth, I would suggest Gold West for salad point system gameplay. Otherwise, there's always Battle Sheep, which has the same level of simplicity but with a fun area control take-that experience. If you have enjoyed what you've seen here, go ahead and like, subscribe, and leave me a comment, and we will see you in the next video.